the questions to keep myself aligned. Waste away the hours doing what I should, knowing that my soul tells me it's not for my own good.
We're going to talk about true leaders today, which is an interesting conversation because we've talked about this a lot with Lacey Garza, a very good friend of mine and soul sister from Hempworks and my tribe and just all of that. So leadership being the third day of enlightenment is kind of an interesting one that has come up today. So first I'm going to read a short poem from an author. His name is Lao Tzu, and he's a Chinese philosopher. So he says, acting simply, true leaders are hardly known to their followers. Next after them are the leaders, the people that are known and admired. After them, those that they fear. After them, those they despise. To give no trust is to get no trust. When the work's done right, with no fuss or boasting, ordinary people say, "Oh, we did that." So I'm finding that a lot of people love to take credit for what they've done, and that is really about ego. So when we think about the public figures, presidents, prime ministers, senators, all of those people who are in public office, and think of the people that we called leaders throughout history, right? Hitler was known as a leader, right? There was so many of them like that, right? From the country that I'm from, Erdogan, we've got Erdogan. So there's all these people that are known as leaders, but were they really? Are they really leaders? Just because they hold public office doesn't make them a true leader, right? So just because they hold public office does not make them a true leader. Just because they run a company does not make them a true leader. Okay, that's just a position that they're holding. All right, so what makes someone like that or anyone a leader? Okay. So leaders are the artists, the musicians, the writers, the people who have touched our hearts and our souls. How do you live up to the titles that you have? Think about all the titles that you have: mom, dad, manager, team leader, all of these titles that you have. How do you feel really honestly inside that you live up to these titles? All right. So true leaders are trusted by others, and they give trust and they receive trust. That is huge. Okay, there's no backstabbing. There's no, I need to take that credit. No, they didn't do that. I did that. Throwing people under the bus. Okay, that does not make a true leader. A true leader is someone who is trusted, and a true leader is someone who trusts. Okay, that is paramount and so very important. Leaders who have attitudes, looking for perks, flattering, looking for power, this is not a leader. These types of people who need to be recognized, they're not leaders, and they're usually despised by people. All right? They're usually despised by people. So, by trying to be all egotistical about being a leader just basically makes you not a leader. Okay? So true leaders help others to become leaders. True leaders help others to become leaders. Leaders with attitude are less effective. A true leader acts in a way that is hardly even noticed. A true leader acts in a way that is hardly even noticed in the entire process. And they do this through trust, encouragement, congratulations when people find their way. Okay? These are the ways that we can recognize a true leader. All right? A true leader practices humility and resists the need to be recognized. Okay? So they don't have to walk around going, "Hey, look at me, and this is my team, and I tell them what to do." Or these are my employees, or this is the country that I run, and everybody has to do what I say. Okay? So that doesn't make a true leader. Okay? Just because they can make people jump through hoops does not make you a leader. Okay? A person who leads is a true leader, leads unobtrusively. It just flows, right? It just flows. And we've been talking about flow also the last few days, a lot about water. So a true leader flows. All right. So here's a challenge to the people who want to be recognized, people who want to be true leaders. All right. If you want to be recognized as a leader, don't take this challenge. If you just know that you can help others, then here's the challenge to you. Ask yourself if what you're about to say to the people that you're speaking with, ask yourself if what you're about to say to the people that you're speaking with will create hate, fear, admiration, or self-awareness. So before you open your mouth and start barking commands, what is it that you're going to say? What type of emotion is that going to instill in others? Okay? Act on the desire to be a true leader by doing things quietly, effectively, doing things quietly and effectively as possible. That also makes you a true leader. Okay? Catch someone doing something right. Instead of trying to point out when people are doing something wrong. So catch people doing something right, and then praise them. Rather than listening to ego and feeling as if you are a failure when credit doesn't come your way, remind yourself that you have succeeded as a leader. So if you are working with people and they're doing amazingly well, and they're getting all the credit and they're doing all this great work and you spent a lot of time with them, then don't be upset because you didn't get credit for that. Know that you have succeeded as a leader. Okay? So those are the things that make a true leader. Okay? So I hope that works for your day 3 of enlightenment and gives you something to think about. And if you are in a position where you have a team or you are in charge of a staff or you're a project doing some project management or anything like that, or you're sitting in office and you're listening to me now. Hello, Trump. And you're listening to me now. What makes you a good leader? What are the feelings that you are instilling in others? How do they feel after they've spoken with you? On an aside, I will tell you that I have, in the last couple of days, watched a true leader. So those of you who know Lacey Garza, I'm going to say to you, she is an amazing leader. She is always praising people. She is always lifting them up. She is always, and she's not looking for anyone to say, oh my God, Lacey's the best. Thank you, thank you. And, for us to throw a little party and a parade for her, although she does deserve one. But that's not what she looks for. She wants to help the people that she's reaching out to help. And she does that by trusting them, by believing in them, right? Even when they don't believe in themselves, trying to find ways, which you will see some of that next week, but trying to find ways to make them better, right? So these are the types of things that she does. So paying attention to true leaders. Who are the true leaders in your life? Do you think, if you looked around in your life, who are the true leaders that don't need recognition, that don't need credit, that help you effectively and quietly, and when you have done everything right and you have succeeded and you are doing amazing, does not need to jump up in front of you and say, hey, I was the one who did this for them. Okay? So pay attention. And if you do have a true leader in your life, if somebody fits into that mold of true leader in your life, then maybe that is something that you too should aspire to be. Look at what they're doing that brings confidence in you, that encourages you. And then the best compliment in this life is to duplicate what somebody else is doing in your own way, own it in your own style, but to duplicate that. And that is the biggest compliment that you can give to someone who is a true leader. Okay? Quietly, effectively, and they will notice. And they will know that they have succeeded. Okay? So that is my talk on leadership today. So have a fantastic day. I will see you all again soon. I will not see you probably tomorrow morning because I am leaving at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to New Jersey from here. And I've got an 11-hour drive. I miscalculated. I thought it was a 6-hour drive, and it's 11 hours. So I have an 11-hour drive tomorrow, and I'm leaving really early. So I will not be on tomorrow morning. If I have energy, I will do it tomorrow night, or you will see me early Saturday morning before my conference. So have a great day, and I love you all, and you're doing great. You're doing great. Those of you that keep coming, that keep learning, that keep growing, you're doing awesome. You are doing awesome, and you will have setbacks, and you will have questions, and you will have doubts, and those things happen, and that is normal. Just sit back and think about, who am I sitting with right now? Am I sitting with the power that I have within me, or am I letting ego run the show? And then decide where you want to stand. Okay? So have a great day, and I will talk to you all. Mwah. Love you. Bye.
Look at my reflection. In the mirror I see that it's not the person who lives inside of me. Done with all the fear and doubts, the negativity. I'm shedding all the crap right now. I'm stepping in.